Good afternoon, everybody. It's a sunny, beautiful day in central Pennsylvania today. I know we've not been able to say that a lot lately with a lot of rain, but certainly enjoying that time here today. Again, I want to take some time today to just have a little bit of a discussion and share some thoughts about this idea of relationships and closeness of relationships during just again a time of crisis, a highly emotional time, a challenging time. And to some degree, in many areas, it may be starting to come back to a little bit of a normal, whatever that may mean, right? To me, it's really how do we maintain close relationships, particularly during a time of what we're using is called social distancing. Again, I've often said I would have preferred we would use something different than that, maybe even physical distancing and social connection. The whole idea is how do we make sure that, one, we stay connected emotionally, relationally during this time, even though physically we've been separated for a while now, for several weeks actually, for many of us. How do we maintain that? But as we start to move slowly and gradually back into being together physically in different environments and different degrees and all that, how do we learn from this time together? And how do we carry over those learnings into when we go back into more maybe a normal work life or routine that we once were used to? How do we make sure that this effort we've made to maintain relationships, we don't lose that or forget that? It makes me think about all the way from our employees, our team members, our colleagues, to other businesses, to other people we interact with, other stakeholders in our life, if you will. That could be family and friends, neighbors. How are we reaching out to them, talking with them, using technology? A lot of people using the video call idea, but all sorts of technology available to us. To me, though, it's also then taking the next step, and how do we start to maintain that thinking into the next stages as we kind of come through this social distancing and stay-at-home orders and that kind of environment we've been in. As that starts to free up and open over the weeks to come, how do we learn from what we've gone through and use that to maintain relationships going forward? The investment we put into relationships today with all the different video calls and technology we've gone through doesn't just stop today. So how do we carry that over and continue to build relationships? I kind of say this notion of don't check out but check in, right? Is what are we going to do to make sure that we maintain healthy, strong working relationships with each other? Again, whether it's with our team members, our colleagues, our customers, our clients, other vendors, partners of the businesses. How do we learn from this time to make sure that we're investing into the relationships and building healthy and strong relationships, caring for each other, looking out for each other, not just during a time of crisis, but after the crisis has started to work its way out? How do we continue that thinking so that we don't simply fall back into old ways of doing things? So my encouragement today is, what have you done to build relationships today? What are you doing today during a time of crisis, during a time of social distancing, during a time of stay-at-home orders? How do we learn from that so as we start to go back to whatever this normal is going to look like in life, that we continue to invest that amount of time and energy equally into building and maintaining healthy relationships?